Hi, welcome to 7 Points Prep. My name is Sarah Leonard, your resident college counselor, and I'm here to go over some of the Common App sections with you today. One of the most common questions that I get asked about the Common App is how do I add my recommenders and what the heck is this FERPA authorization? So let's go over that today. When you open the Common App, the first screen you're going to see is your dashboard. You can go to any one of these schools and open up to see the recommenders and FERPA section. So I'm just going to click on the first one on my list, Northeastern University. Now remember, if you're doing this in June or July 2024, you don't want to do this before August 1st, because if you saw my last video, you'll remember that all of your information from the colleges tab in the Common App will get deleted if you do it on or if you do it before August 1st. That's when all of the applications are updated by the colleges. And so your information will get deleted from here. So I'm just using this as an example to show you. So you're going to go to My Colleges tab after August 1st, and you're going to click here on Recommenders and FERPA. Now, I already filled this out, but when you navigate to this screen, you're going to get a screen that shows you the instructions for the release authorization. Go ahead and read through these, click on the box, click Continue, and then you're going to get to this FERPA form. Now, this causes a lot of stress for a lot of my students because it gives you two options. I waive my right to review my recommendations, and I do not waive my right to review my recommendations. Waiving your right to something can seem really scary, but let me explain to you in this video why you want to waive your right to review your recommendations. Waiving your right to review your recommendations tells colleges that you have not seen or participated in your letters of recommendation, meaning you have on good faith that your teachers and the other people you asked are going to say good things about you, and you're showing colleges, I've asked these people because I know they're going to say good things about me. If you click I do not waive my right to review all recommendations and supporting documents, that indicates to colleges that you may have seen the letters. And why that's problematic is that you maybe collected 4 or 5 different letters, chose the best ones, and then submitted them to the Common App knowing that those were the best things said about you, and therefore giving you an unfair advantage over other students who haven't seen their letters. Now, clicking that you waive your right is a little bit scary electronically, but let me tell you what it used to look like on paper. So back in the day when I was in grad school, I asked my professors for letter of recommendations. They would write the letter of recommendation, they'd put it in a sealed envelope, and they would sign their name over the back of the envelope so that anyone that I was giving that to, like a job prospect, knew that I had not read the letter because they could see that the signature was intact. This is the exact same thing as that. It just seems a little bit scarier because it's waiving your right and it's electronic, but it's exactly the same thing. You're just saying, I have not seen any of these letters written on my behalf. So I recommend that you waive your right to review all documentation. If you click I do not waive my right, some teachers may not agree to write you a letter. So you're going to go ahead and enter your name here, the date, and then save and close. And then you're going to get to this screen. Super important that you read through the FERPA authorization and make sure you know which box you're checking, because you cannot change it after you initially check the box for I waive my right or I do not waive my right. So make sure you really intentionally choose that box because you can't go back and change it. Now, once you fill out the FERPA authorization, you're going to get to this screen here. And you can see that you're going to invite your recommenders here. Now, you can invite your counselor, your teacher, other recommendation, parent, or advisor. Now, I really don't recommend that you have your parent write you a letter of recommendation because, of course, your parents are going to say great things about you, and the college isn't going to really take it seriously because it's from your parents. So you can go here, invite teacher, or invite other recommender. Now, what is the difference between teacher and other recommender? May seem simple, but let's go over it anyways. So when you go invite teacher, a teacher is anyone that's taught you a core subject. So all of these subjects, including world language, go ahead and enter your teacher's email address. If you're not sure what it is, check your inbox or look on your school website. There should be a staff directory there where you can get anyone's email address. Your name, yes, and then you're going to click invite. Now what that's going to do is that's going to send an email to your teacher's inbox saying so-and-so has invited your teacher to write a letter of recommendation on their behalf. After you send that email, you don't have to do anything. You're able to check in the Common App on the status of the recommender to see when they've uploaded the letter. So if it's getting close to the deadline and they haven't uploaded it, you can always check in with them. Now, I do recommend that you ask your teacher for a letter of recommendation before you send the Common App invite, because you don't want to assume they're going to say yes. A lot of teachers have a limit on the number of letter of recommendations that they will write. So I recommend that you ask them right in the beginning of fall so that you don't get so that you don't miss the opportunity to ask them for a letter if they're only going to write like 5 or 10 letters for all of their senior classes. So what is other recommender? So you can either invite your recommenders here on this list, or there's individual sections for each one of them. Other recommender is anyone who's not your teacher for a core subject. So that could be your art teacher, your band director, your tennis coach, your mentor for a volunteer program you've done, anyone who's going to say nice things about you, but not your parent. So you're going to go ahead and add them. Click add, same thing as teacher. They're going to get a letter in their inbox asking them to create a Common App account, upload the letter. It's going to show up in here. You'll be able to see when they have it done. The other thing you're going to do is invite your counselor. You're going to go ahead and click here. You need your counselor's email address. Again, if you don't have their email address, just go ahead on your school website, go to the directory. You'll be able to find that super easily. Send them an invite. Now, you don't have to ask your counselor in advance to send them a Common App invite, because every single senior is going to need a Common App, is going to need to invite their counselor to the Common App. So just go ahead and send that one right after August 1st when the Common App updates. Now you can see here, this is Northeastern University. They require one letter and they have an optional letter, and they also allow other recommenders. Now, some schools don't allow letters of recommendation. Don't send them in the mail, don't email them. It's super important that you follow the directions on the Common App. So an example of that is here, University of Washington. A lot of people are surprised that they don't take letters of rec. UW is really forthcoming about, we don't want the extra paperwork from you. Don't send us letters of rec. Don't send us your transcript until after you get in. Don't send us any extra paperwork. So don't send them extra paperwork. You can see here that even though they have a FERPA recommenders and FERPA section, they still are saying here, no evaluations are applicable. These things right here, your school report and your final report, these are things uploaded by your counselor. That's why it's super important to invite your counselor to the Common App. Don't forget to do that. The Common App doesn't let you turn it in without it. So once again, I'm Sarah Leonard with 7 Points Prep. This was a video talking about recommenders in FERPA. If you have any questions about how to add your recommenders, what FERPA is, go ahead and drop a comment below. Happy to answer any questions. Like, share, and follow for more advice on how to fill out your Common App application. And I wish you the best of luck during this application season. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you soon.